Let's get it. Here we go. Smash those likes. Here we go. Bitcoin's about to get started. Tap those likes, guys. I'm Blockchain Crusader, Crusader these blockchains every single day, guys, and we are back for another live stream today. It is October 2nd. Sack Nasty in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Long time no see. Bitcoin has been on the rippy rip, right? Bitcoin has been launching off, running for potential all-time highs here. Major recovery in the first 2 days, not the last 2 days, but in the first 2 days of October here. Major rally. We've gone up as high as what? We hit 119.8 this morning before pulling back towards the previous day high once again at 118.6, and now having a little bit of a bounce here. A lot of consolidation up at these areas. We are running towards the value area high of Q3, which is overall, going to be acting as resistance for Bitcoin as it's had a major rally. So, guys, everybody wants to know, right? Is this the altcoin season people have been waiting for? Is this altcoin season going to be larger than the previous altcoin season? How high is Bitcoin going to go? How far are the altcoins going to go? We're going to be covering as many of these questions as possible and much more. Make sure you guys are always dropping your altcoins of request into the chat, and I will get to them. I will try to cover them as much as I can. What's going on, brother? Good to see you guys in here. Yo, good to see all of you guys smashing those likes in here, guys. So, Bitcoin's had an amazing rally here in the first 2 days of October. I've been warning you guys that we could have had a potential bottom like we did in June, and we did exactly that, right? We did exactly that, where in June, let me actually take this off here real quick. So, in June, very similar. We've been having major rallies overall, right? Major rally since April, just rally. We bottomed out at the beginning of April, and then we rallied into May, started to dump towards the end of May, bottomed out at the beginning of June, rallied again, bottomed early a second time in the month of June on June 22nd, and then rallied hard into July, went sideways for a bit, and then dumped at the very last minute of July, bottoming out on August 3rd. At the beginning of the month and pumping once again. Now we've dumped in August after making all-time highs, and now Bitcoin has bottomed out on September 1st. What happened? We had a major rally after that bottoming, and we came back down early in the month of September, right before the month of December ended on the 25th, 26th, bottomed out, and now we're having a major move to the upside. As you guys can see here, we are taking over this lower high. As of currently, we're above it, staying above this area here of 117, 118 area is very critical to continue price movement to the upside. And we're going right now, our only other hump along the way is right now we're fighting 120, which is the Q3 value area high. And above that, we're going for all-time highs for Bitcoin. So very simple price action here for Bitcoin. Could there be ways to have anticipated this move? Absolutely. A lot of people are out there. Market manipulation. Nobody knows where Bitcoin's going right now. Nobody saw this pump coming. And yes, people did see this pump coming. We talked about it in the Crypto Citadel. A few other creators like Paul Sampson, CVO, has also been looking at this bottom area right here, right? This was the bottom area for the month, for the monthly open around the 108, 109 area. So lots of us were expecting this pump from here into October, right? Not only because October is Pumptober, right? That's what all the non-technical people tell you. That's what all the FOMO creators tell you. Oh yeah, it's Pumptober, so it's pumping because it's Pumptober. Zero technical analysis, zero actual reasoning on why things are happening. So I do expect Bitcoin to run for all-time highs here. I do expect us to hit an all-time high in the month of October. And this is going to help altcoins rally. In the meantime, though, Bitcoin dominance needs to drop. Bitcoin's dominance hasn't had any major pullback just yet. We're still sitting at 58, 59%, right? Holding up these higher levels of dominance. Don't allow the altcoins to rally. So once we can see Bitcoin's dominance dropping down to 57 and lower, we will see a bigger rally out of the altcoins. Is that going to happen right now? Probably not. We're probably going to continue staying at 58% dominance on the way up towards that all-time high. I do believe that by the time we get to that all-time high and start breaking it from there moving forward, that is when the Bitcoin dominance is really going to start slipping and the altcoins are going to be able to continue to rally drastically from there. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin having a nice, look at this Bitcoin move. Bitcoin's been consolidating sideways here all during the Asia and London trading session, coming from 119.5 all the way back down to 118.2. We rallied today as the New York Stock Exchange opened to 119.8. Now we've come back down to this previous day high, daily open, swept to this area, had a strong bounce, reclaimed the daily VWAP, and now we're pushing back up here. If we can get back above this Asia high of 119.5 and some change, we will continue to push up higher and make another test run towards this 120, which is the value area high for quarter 3. I keep saying it. You guys might not see it, but I'll show you guys here right now. So as you guys can see, in the last 2 days, 3 days, we have bottomed out around 109, and we have fully rotated the range for the quarter 3 range, and we're currently right at the value area high. If we flip this area into support, there is not a lot of volume up here holding us away from a new all-time high. That's why I'm saying if we get above 120 and break out of the quarter 3 range, 125 and higher is coming in quick, which is something in the Crypto Citadel that we have been game planning for in the last couple of weeks of September. Guys, quick reminder to everybody watching right now. Tonight, the 25% flash sale ends for the Crypto Citadel, and prices will increase from $3 a day to a lot higher starting tomorrow on October 3rd. So if you are planning on getting into the Crypto Citadel at any point in time, now is your last chance to get in at 25% off your first month and be able to lock yourself in at that $3 a day rate. Because if you don't and you wait until tomorrow, you will be at a higher rate moving forward. If you get in now, you will be locked in at that $3 rate and be grandfathered in and not have to worry about future price increases. So now's your chance. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't give you time. I've given you more than 48 hours to join. The clock is ticking. How can I get that t-shirt? Currently, the t-shirts aren't for sale, but if we get enough demand, we definitely can try to work something out and probably start giving away some t-shirts. Actually, I might just be giving away some t-shirts. We gave away $100 in the Crypto Citadel today. In the Crypto Citadel, we gave $100 away to one of the members. We do that every 2 weeks. We give $100 away. So maybe we'll start giving away some t-shirts as well. Belarusian mapping, is it bubblegum pink? Show us as your indicator. As your indicators. Yeah, we're definitely going to be covering some indicator stuff here. Bitcoin cup and handle pattern clearly. Don't really follow patterns too much, but you know, if it is cup and handle, definitely is bullish. If it's there, that's awesome. How far down will the next pullback go to pick up some Bitcoin? So, guys, I do believe that after Bitcoin tops out, right, whether it's at 130 or 140, when we hit our next big top for this year, I think in 2026, we're definitely going to have a pullback, just like we did at early stages of at the first quarter of 2025. And I do think there's a big possibility we're definitely going to be dropping below 100. Everyone thinks that we're never going to see below $100,000 Bitcoin again. We definitely will. It will cause massive panic. People will be looking and calling for ultimate bear market. And yes, it will be a bear trend at that time. But I definitely think Bitcoin's going to go somewhere between 90 to 80K if we lose 100. And I definitely think losing 100 is very probable in 2026. So, yeah. That's where if I would be looking for another bottom, another big bottom, right, would be down at 90 to 80K. And trust me, the altcoins that you're holding right now, no matter how bullish they are going to get wrecked with a Bitcoin drop down to 80K, right? They will get wrecked. In quarter one, Bitcoin dropped from what? What was it? Not this drop. This drop right here. We dropped from 109 down to 76,000. That was a total around 30% drop, right? Give or take. 30% drop. Yeah, 31, 32% drop. And altcoins dropped 90 plus percent throughout quarter one of 2025. Down 90 plus percent. Not every single altcoin, but the grand majority of altcoins were down 80 to 90%, guys. That is a massive pullback. So if we get another major pullback like this again, another 30 plus percenter, dropping us down to, below 100, especially when we lose that $100,000 threshold, everyone is going to be calling for bear market, bear market, bear market, bear market. And when everybody's calling for the bear market, people are going to be looking for lower, always lower, always lower, always lower. But I think we're going to bottom out somewhere between 90 to 80. When is the pullback? Soon. Now, that could be tomorrow. That could be in the next couple of weeks. Realistically, I don't expect it tomorrow. Bitcoin, I do believe we're going to be making a new all-time high first. Once Bitcoin crosses that 125 area, right? Once Bitcoin starts crossing that 125 area, let me pull up my chart here. This other Bitcoin chart, right? Once we start getting above this 382 to this 0.5, between 126 to 132, any point after that, the pullback can happen. Currently, we're on our way, right? On the way up there. I do believe we're going to be hitting these targets somewhere in October. I definitely think we're going to hit it in October, right? And then above 132, 139 to 140, things can get overheated, overextended, but that is where I would be looking for that big pullback to begin at some point, right? So my game plan, and what we're game planning in the Crypto Citadel, is very simple. Jump into a low leverage short for Bitcoin, right? 10, maybe 12x at most, with some small capital, $1,000 at most, and let that bad boy ride to the downside and take it all the way down to 90K and lower. So we're here going from Bitcoin now. What? Oh, where we're going from here for Bitcoin? We're going towards that 125 to 130K area. That's where we're headed right now. Let's see here. Will ETH pull back like others? Absolutely. ETH will pull back. I don't think ETH is going to pull back 80%, right? But if ETH, which is something we are looking at in the Crypto Citadel, let's see, where is my ETH chart? So ETH targets, right? ETH targets here. I do believe Ethereum is going to break all-time highs, whether it happens late October or maybe early November. I do believe we're going to break all-time highs, and we're going to go somewhere between 52 to 5,600, right? That is the next big possible top. Can we hyperextend over that and maybe go towards that 6K? Definitely possible, right? But above 5,200 or 5,600, definitely a very strong area of interest for a potential pullback to start beginning. It also depends where Bitcoin is currently at during that time. Is Bitcoin already at 130, or is Bitcoin still in the low 125 area, showing strength that it could continue pushing up higher? Where's the Bitcoin dominance, right? Bitcoin dominance right now is just pumping back up to 59. If Bitcoin dominance is having a major drop, ETH could probably rally deeper into 6K or higher during that point in time. So I do expect ETH to come towards this $5,600 area, and then it potentially pull back towards the 3K area. I definitely see a big pullback, which is almost 50%, right? If we pump to 56, almost 6,000, and then we dump down below 4, which I definitely think is possible, we're almost at 50% pullback. So even though I don't think ETH will have an 80% pullback like altcoins will, right? Regular altcoins are going to be down 80, 90%. A 40 to 50% pullback for Ethereum is definitely possible for that point in time. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. When this drop most likely happening in 2026? Yes, the big drop will probably happen in 2026. Maybe, right? But there will be warning signs ahead of time, just like in last year, right? Last year, what happened? Last year for Bitcoin, what did we do? Let me show you. Last year we rallied in November, had a dip in December, right? We started dipping in December, and then we had another little mini rally in January, and then boom, 36% pullback. So as you can see here, there was definitely weakness showing as we entered into December. Late December, we started dumping. Early January, right? We had all the new administration coming in. Things started to rally back up, and then we bang had a massive 30% drop for Bitcoin in that first quarter of the year. So we can see something very similar where we rally October, November, then December starts showing some weakness. Maybe we have a relief rally in January. I doubt it. That'll be so similar to this, but you know, and then we have the bigger pullback overall happening in quarter one into quarter two. It doesn't have to be as short as this either, time frame wise. Drop wise, I do expect 30 to 40% for Bitcoin. Time wise, it can happen in a quarter. It can happen in 2 quarters, right? It could be the first 6 months of the year. We're just slowly dropping, having a push back up, slowly dropping, having a push back up, slowly dropping, right? So definitely that's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin in, you know, I'm not going to be hanging on in December and hoping for higher highs, right? I'm going to be, once I start seeing these targets get hit, I will be taking profits. I will be taking profits. Bitcoin pushing back down again, swept this Asia high, got rejected, making a lower high. Could continue to push down lower here later today. We need to stay above 117-ish area, 117, 118. We definitely want to stay above that area. There are targets for Bitcoin in the short term to the downside. If we start losing this quarterly VWAP around 117.2, we could come back to retest the previous week high around 115. Lower than that, we have targets between 114 and 113, which are not fantastic. Definitely don't want to go back down there. But pullbacks are expected. They're part of the game. It's not up only. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Tell us about XRP, XLM, and ADA. I just noticed the cap. I wanted that too. No problem. Just got to join the Crypto Citadel, brother. Tell us about XRP. So let's go take a look at XRP here. XRP, very simple, guys. XRP is still in a downtrend. Hasn't been able to break out of his downtrend. Not saying that it won't. It definitely can. But XRP here right now, right, still making lower highs, still in this downtrend, getting rejected at the $3 mark. We need to get above $3 to break this downtrend and go for that 318 to 332 area. Flipping this area into support will allow us to run for the quarter high, which is 366, and we can run then for a target of 416 to the upside. Those are the targets to the upside for XRP. Meanwhile, we continue to get rejected here at $3. Back down towards 270, 280 are definitely some potential targets on the table. I don't expect XRP to drop below 270. We have been building some strong support in this area with the quarter 3 value area low and the September value area low as well. So I expect this area to hold for XRP. Looking at, what was it, XLM? Where's XLM? XLM here, sideways trend in the last 3 months, in the last quarter, getting rejected off the heart line right now from it, facing resistance here around this 40-cent area. Once we can flip above 41, targets to the upside are between 45 to 46. Above 45 to 46, we have targets all the way up to 53 cents. Once above 53, we're potentially running for the November high, and then above the November high, all we have is the all-time high at 79 cents. Am I saying we're going to go for 79? No. But can we run up to 53, 52? Definitely possible. How many spots do you have left in the group? Right now, I literally left it open so that as many people that want to join can between now and midnight. You guys can join as many people as you can right now, giving you guys 25% off, trying to give you guys a last little hurrah here as we enter this last big rally in the market. I don't want people missing out without a game plan. I want people to be well prepared for what's happening, but you have until tonight before midnight to sign up to get 25% off your first month with the code UPTOBER and to be able to lock in at $3 a day rate. If you don't sign up before tonight at midnight, you will be getting it at a higher price point, which would be $149 a month. So if you don't want that higher price point, definitely lock in right now and you will be grandfathered in at $3 a day. So yeah, those are the targets for XLM. Let's go take a look at Solana. Solana has been super nice to follow, bro. Solana has been such a nice uptrend since April, just following it so easily. We currently bottomed out around the 190 during September. We're currently above the Q3 range. Give me a second here. We are currently above the Q3 range. We are still within the September range overall, but we are above the heart line of this uptrend. So right now, our big target to the upside is this 253, 251 area. Getting above that would be the quarter high. Then we have targets all the way up to the all-time high. Once above the all-time high, the 1-to-1 takes us up to 349. And a very generous, huge Hail Mary, maybe 447 to 452 to the upside, right? Now, to the downside here, if we fall back into the quarterly range, we are looking for targets down around 203 to 202 as targets if we fall below 217. Those are the targets to the downside. What is your target for Filecoin? I don't really have targets for Filecoin. I need to chart that out. So, guys, make sure you're joining the Crypto Citadel. Today's your last day to get 25% off your first month and to be able to lock in at the lower rate of $3 a day. So, it's now or never for you guys. I don't want to be getting a bunch of DMs again. Oh, can I have a discount? Oh, I'm a long-term follower, yada, yada, yada. Because I'm giving you all the time possible to do it now. Just scrolling through the chat, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Let's go take a look at Biddy. Biddy, pushing it back up, baby. Pushing it back up. That's what I'm talking about, Biddy. Biddy saying, not today. We ain't dumping today. We're going on up. We're at 119,600 right now. Bitcoin long in the Crypto Citadel has been printing. We are well over 50% in our capital right now on this Bitcoin long that we've been game planning for the last couple of weeks here in the Crypto Citadel. Oopsie. What's going on here? I'm losing control. Where am I? So overall here in the Crypto Citadel, looking at swing trades, we are looking for this big move for Bitcoin, right? Between 114 to 115, we're looking for a target of 118 to about as high as 130 for Bitcoin. So far, so good. We're currently up over 42%. That was yesterday's screenshot. We're over 50% at this point in time now for Bitcoin. So we are continuing to move here. This is what happens when you have a game plan. How many spots do you have left in your group? Not many, so make sure you're joining. Make sure you are joining now or forever hold your peace. How high Dogecoin can go this run? Well, it can go a lot higher than people expect. Anything can happen. You know, maybe it gets an ETF or whatever. But realistically, right, realistic targets for Dogecoin right now is, I'm looking between 32 cents to as high as 39 cents. We have a lot of targets stacked up between 32 to 39. This is going to be a big area of resistance. Like I said, anything can happen. We might be able to freaking get some wild ETF news. Who knows? And maybe we push towards some legacy targets of 2021 up to 52 cents, maybe towards the all-time high, but I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. Dogecoin just has too much inflation. Can we hit 32 to 39? Absolutely. I definitely think that's very possible. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. $2 Doge. I highly doubt we're going to see a $2 Doge. Let's see. Bit tens or Tau? The people want to know. Bit tens or Tau? So bit tens or Tau here right now. All right. We bottomed out around this 289 area. Fantastic. We're reclaiming this area of support here around 316. Targets to the upside, right, are between 414 to 480. Once we can flip 480, next big target is 545 to 617 to the upside for bit tens or Tau. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's keep going through the chat here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Would you be shorting the market in the group after bull run? Absolutely. I'm not just going to sit back and stop making money. I'm definitely going to, our game plan right now, right? So in the Crypto Citadel, where are we? In the Crypto Citadel, right? Just posted my day trades, gains for the month, which is 1,600. 1,600 for the month of September. We had a strong shift in September from day trades to swing trading. Dutchy, what's going on? Yeah, man, my screen is frozen, so I'm definitely not blinking. But walked away with 1,600 in profit for the month of September off day trades. We had a major shift from day trading to swing trading in the Crypto Citadel for the month of September, as we prepared for this last big rally. Right, as you guys can see here, these are all the signals from previous trades, previous day trades, and this is right here the last month. Right, so the month of August we were up $5,100. And then the month of July was probably our best trading month of them all. We were up like $6,800 in that month. Yes, there are losses along the way. It's not all wins, but it's all about keeping the losses small and the wins larger. And for the month of July, where is that, man? We took a lot of trades in July. So in the month of July, we walked away with $6,800 in profit. So did very well. But right now, we switched from day trading to swing trading in the Crypto Citadel as we're planning on riding this last wave to the upside. So we are definitely lower on profit in day trades, but I'm already up over 1,500 on my Bitcoin swing trade. So I'm already making more than what I made in the month of September on this one trade for Bitcoin alone. I'm in a few other swing trades as well. So the game plan is ride this last wave to the upside, wait for Bitcoin to start topping out around the 130 plus. Once we start topping out around the 130 plus, start entering low leverage positions for shorts on Bitcoin and a few other altcoins, and then ride those low leverage shorts down, right? I'm going to be riding Bitcoin down below 100K and, Ethereum and all these other altcoins as well. So that is the game plan. We will definitely be swing trading into the bear market, shorting our way down. So it's all part of the game plan, guys. If you don't have a game plan, you're going to get left behind. You don't know when the top is coming. You don't know when to take profits. You're just basically blindly reacting to the market based off FOMO. When we're pumping, everybody wants to buy. When we start pulling back just a little bit, everybody wants to dump. And you just really don't know what you're doing and where the most opportunity presents itself. How much do I have to trade with to make the same profit as you? I trade with $2,500. On my day trades. On my swing trades, I trade a lot less. Like with Bitcoin, I'm only trading with, I started with about $1,000 and then I dollar cost average into that position, into the swing trade. I have a total of like maybe 2K to 3K into that swing trade that I've been in for a couple of weeks now. Now, for my altcoin swing trades, I'm only trading with like $500 per trade, right? $500 max as the entry at a 3 to 5x leverage on altcoins, right? 3 to 5x leverage on an altcoin with about $500 max. If it goes against you, you dollar cost average a few $100, $200-300 to bring your average down. So with less than $1,000, trading these altcoins with 3 to 5x max, big profits can be made, right? Big profits can be made. So you honestly don't need a lot of money. at all to be trading. You just need to have a consistent amount of money, right? You can't be trading with $100, but you don't need $10,000 to be trading with either, right? You just need a set amount in your portfolio, and just continue to ride that out. Let's see, where is Bitcoin going? Bitcoin looks like it's moving, baby. 119.7. It wants to go higher. It wants to go higher, guys. Please list some altcoin seasons to bag for the beginner like me. Mr. Diego, it's very hard to tell you which altcoins are now the best to buy. A lot of altcoins still haven't had major rallies, right? But if you're going to be buying spot right now, you're going to have to be very aggressive on taking profits in the next 6 weeks, right? Minimum. Next 6 weeks taking profits, because we're going to be running for an all-time high here for Bitcoin. Altcoins are going to be topping out relatively soon after, at some point, somewhere in probably in November, right? And if you're buying spot right now, you're probably waiting for that 3, 5, maybe 10x, and you might not be getting that from a lot of altcoins in this next rally. So you're going to be left holding the bag because you're not going to want to take profits. That's why I'm doing low leverage trades on alts and letting them ride, and I can make a few $1,000 off each one of those trades with conservative targets, right? Like I'm in an ADA long right now from like 80 cents. I'm taking profit at $1.20, making over I believe over $1,500 on that trade. And I only have like $500 in that trade. So $1,500 in a couple of weeks of holding an asset at not spot but low leverage is way better than buying spot right now. But obviously everybody's experience is different. Everyone's knowledge is different. That's what the Crypto Citadel's for, is to help you get to that next level, right? And start learning how to properly manage the risk of entering some low leverage trades. Hey, bro, I'm joining the Citadel today. See you soon. Pablo, today's the last day to get that 25% off, brother. Get in now or you're going to be cooked. Sorry, guys. Wife is calling. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Wife was the calling. You got to answer when the wife is calling. What will be your top for Bitcoin? Like I said, 130 plus is the area that we're looking for a top. Once we get to 130, things can hyperextend. They can get drastic and get wild real quick. But 130 is the big area to start looking for a potential short. So anywhere between 130 to 140, that's going to be the big top area that we're looking for. Right here, you guys can see these are the targets we're looking for to the upside before flipping on over to taking some short-term, some long-term shorts. What would be, okay, what do you expect to be out the market? It's not so much about time, but I do believe Bitcoin's going to hit that 130 at the rate that it's going. We're going to hit that 130 by the end of October. So I will be exiting some Bitcoin positions at that point in time. And then I will be looking at where the altcoins are, where is Ethereum, and I will be exiting some of those positions as well as we approach that all-time high for Bitcoin of 130 plus. It's not so much about the time. It's more about the targets. But I definitely think that the targets are possible to hit between now and the end of October, early, maybe first 2 weeks of November. I'd be very surprised if it's October 29th and we're still not at a new all-time high for Bitcoin. Anything's possible, but I'd be very surprised if that were to be the scenario. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. Like I said, less than 12 hours right now, less than 12 hours, or actually 12 hours exactly to join the Crypto Citadel. You guys have 12 hours to join the Crypto Citadel to lock in at the $3 day or rate with a 25% off your first month using the code UPTOBER. This is your last 12-hour warning to join and get in. After today, starting tomorrow, it will be at 149. So lock in now and you don't have to deal with future price increases. Do you think microcaps with strong narrative will run up to like the last cycle? Narratives, right, are a way to be gambling. They're not really a way to invest. They're not really what you want to do as an investor, is just go based off narrative instead of going based off technicals. Now, I understand low caps are a bit different, but narratives haven't been strong all of 2025. Do you hear about any narrative? Absolutely not. Like, there's no narrative right now that's taking off at all. Is it the package for 99? Yes, it's the package for 99 a month. You can get 25% off of that with the code October, and you'll be locked in at 99 for the lifetime of your membership, and you won't be have to worry about price increases. So I don't believe there's going to be any narrative spin in the next 6 weeks. Anything can happen, right? People spin narratives out of anywhere, but there won't be anything powerful enough to really make major crazy rallies. So I'm not really going based off of that. I'm not really invested in any low caps for that reason. I tend to keep things pretty stable, pretty low risk. So, you know, anything's possible, but I would be heavily focused on where Bitcoin's topping out, because once Bitcoin starts topping out and starts pulling back, doesn't matter what your narrative is, your altcoins are going to crash. Bitcoin's going for that 120, baby. If we can flip 120 right now, if we can flip 120 and start building support above 120, you guys don't even know, guys. You guys don't even know how close we are to an all-time high. Look at this, guys. On the daily right now, if we start flipping this area, we are above the Q3 range, guys. We are above the Q3 range. Getting above this area right here, I'm going to block this out here. Right, getting above this area will be what will take us to the all-time highs very soon. We start flipping 120 into support, and we're going for that 125 here in the next couple of days, next week or so, right? Assuming it doesn't happen overnight or something. You know, things can go parabolic, right? We don't want that, but the faster we go up, the faster we're going to come down. List of coins I have so far, dogs. Oh, I've heard about that. What about Dogecoin? Already covered Dogecoin. Big targets I'm looking for Dogecoin are between 32 to 39 cents. 32 to 39 cents is what I'm looking for. If Bitcoin hits 130 to 140, wouldn't money rotate to alts and Bitcoin dominance crash to allow alts to go up? You're assuming that Bitcoin dominance wouldn't be crashing on the way up there already. There is definitely the possibility that as we approach this all-time high now of 125, Bitcoin dominance can start melting at any point in time from there, right? We're currently at 58%. I do expect Bitcoin dominance to potentially drop lower, right? So I do believe that once we start hitting that 125 and higher, at that point in time, we will be seeing Bitcoin dominance starting to slip already. By the time we get to that 130 to 140, Bitcoin dominance would be already kind of down lower, allowing altcoins to rally more. So I don't expect it to be such a static move where Bitcoin goes up, hits 130, 140, tops out, then Bitcoin dominance drops, then all the altcoins rally. It's going to be more of a parallel move. Bitcoin is going to drag altcoins up. As we start approaching all-time highs, Bitcoin dominance will be slipping and altcoins will start outperforming, right? Start really skyrocketing. And then once Bitcoin starts topping out, yes, there's always the possibility that altcoins lag behind maybe a week or so and a few of them continue to pop off or so. But, you know, risk management wise, I would be very careful where the alts are at after Bitcoin tops out 130 to 140. Be keeping a close eye for Ethereum. You guys know I'm looking for that $5,600 area for Ethereum. And depending where Ethereum is at and where Ethereum could be potentially topping out, will give me indication of whether the other altcoins are going to be topping out or not. You know, it's one of these things that we're speculating right now. We have to analyze the data every single day, every single week, every single month to know kind of where we are to have a better picture of what is happening in the moment. Right now, we're talking in future tense, what could happen, right? So you don't want to go based off what could happen. You want to go based off what is happening. So once we get there and we're looking at the charts, we will analyze what the next best move will be. That is the power of the Crypto Citadel. We are live there every single day, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, game planning, live trading, swing trading, right? Just looking at different assets and just game planning overall. So, yeah, That is the power of the Crypto Citadel. Make sure you guys are joining in there. You don't only just get the live sessions every Monday through Thursday. You get my exclusive indicator that I've created myself that is working on creating buy and sell signals on. You get trade signals for daily time frame, swing signals for swing trades, macro long-term analysis, charted of any altcoin request, along with an hour-long trading course as well. Pablo Rodriguez says, officially part of the Citadel. Let's go. That's awesome. I'm so happy to have you, bro. Good to see you. Make sure you are connecting your Discord and all this stuff, and you join into the Discord. All the content is on Discord. The Academy videos, the course videos are on the website where you signed up. But overall, everything is looking good, and glad to have you. CrossFit Mike says, have joined, but the link isn't working for me. If you can't connect your Discord, it's probably because you're doing it through mobile. Switch on over to the website and use that direct website instead of the app, and you should be able to connect your Discord. If you still have any issues, Mike, send me a DM and I will walk you through it. You skipped me. Where did I skip you? What, your altcoins? Let's see, Doge, Notcoin. Those are meme coin stuff. Core, ICE, not too strong. I don't even know what ICE is, unless you meant ICP. X Empire, don't know anything about that. PX Pulse sounds like another meme coin. Doge, obviously a meme coin. XRP, might as well be a meme coin. XRP is okay. SUI, SEI, Bonk, another meme coin. Official Cuban, another meme coin. So a lot of meme coins, a lot of hopium in that portfolio, a lot of risk on that portfolio. XRP, SUI, SEI, probably your best bets on that point in time on those altcoins. Don't know where your entries are, but I do expect SUI to hit 481 and higher. I do expect XRP to hit 366, potentially higher to 416. Bonk, I don't have price targets for, and SEI, I haven't looked at the chart for a while, so I can't remember it off the top of my head. Polkadot. Everybody wants to know about the polka dots. Bitcoin pushing, baby. 119.9, 119.8. Let's go. 120, baby. We just hit 120. Let's go. Let's flip this 120 into support and start running for that 125, man. Let's get it. Wendy, I hope that's the real Wendy O in here. Oh, it is not. That is unfortunate. That is a fake Wendy in here. What about ICP? ICP definitely not great. ICP, we were looking at it in the Crypto Citadel this morning. ICP is in the dumpster. So, potential short-term targets between 482 to 519. We need to get above 625 for ICP to show strength. Above that, targets are between $7 to $8.39. Above $8.39, we got targets between 10 to 11.47. Realistically for ICP. Dude, if we get anywhere around $10, I am dumping my ICP bags. Dumping. I'm tired of holding ICP. Let's go take a look at Polkadot. I haven't looked at Dot Park. I have to update this chart here. Yeah. Another one that's in the dumpster. Not as bad as ICP, though. Not as bad as ICP. Let me get rid of all this. Let's get Q3. All right. So ICP needs to get above this resistance. ICP. Polkadot needs to get above this resistance here of 456. Need to get above that. Next big target above that would be 488. And then last big piece, well, there's nothing but resistance for this thing, but to show strength, we need to get above 456. Above that, 488. Then above that, we need to get above this 564 to 584 area. Once we're above that area, we got some big targets between $7.30 to about $8. Above $8, we got 9, and then we pretty much have some legacy targets above that, which I think those at that point in time is a lot of hopium. So I'd be happy to see anywhere between $5 to $7 if we can get that high for Polkadot. Alpine coin, don't know anything about it. What about WEN? That sounds like it's never going to happen. So appreciate everybody in here. Appreciate all you guys smashing those likes. Dochi says, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share with friends. Appreciate that, Dochi. What's going on, Perka Outdoor? Appreciate everybody smashing those likes in here. If you are not joining the Crypto Citadel, you are missing out on game planning, man. Without a game plan, you can't make money in this market. If you're just going to be blindly reacting to whatever an influencer tells you online, by that time, if the data is even accurate or actionable, it's going to be too late, right? When I post my videos about technical analysis, by the time you see it a few hours later, if it's a day trade, you've already missed the entry. If it's a swing trade, you might have a chance, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to know how to manage it, when to dollar cost average. All the data is on lag, right? The Crypto Citadel, all the data is live. Every single day, there's data, and updates on what is happening. So if you want to learn how to do technical analysis, if you want to learn how to day trade, how to swing trade, if you want to learn how to start looking for tops and looking for bottoms, right, and not be selling, not buying tops and not selling bottoms, right, you want to get out of that mindset, and you actually want to analyze data and improve yourself as an investor, as a trader, that's what the Crypto Citadel is there to provide. I think the live is frozen. The camera is frozen, guys. But overall, everything else, you guys could probably still hear the audio. No, I'm not gonna check Alpine Coin. I don't know what that is. Appreciate everybody in here. Appreciate all you guys smashing those likes. Like I said, last 12 hours to join the Crypto Citadel and lock in at $3 a day, right? You lock in at $3 a day rate, and you can get 25% off your first month using the code October. You have 12 more hours to do this. After the 12-hour window, price is going up to $149, and there will be no discount. There will be no 25% off. So make sure you are joining the Crypto Citadel. Give your top 10 cryptos. Guys, there's a lot of cryptos that are great, right? Solana's great. AVAX is great. BitTensor Tau is great. ADA, right? Doge, Algorand, Sui, Uniswap, Pengu. Let's see here. Let's see. ONDO, Aerodrome. Let's see what else. Hype, VeChain. Let's see what else we got over here. Radium, Virtuals, ENA. There's a lot of cryptos, guys, that are great. It's not about what crypto is great and what crypto isn't great. It's about what your entry point is. If you can get a good entry, even though it's a less known crypto or a legacy crypto at this point in time, and it might not make new all-time highs, if you can get in at the right price point on a low by charting and looking for lows, you can get in and still make a lot of profit with very low leverage trades. So it's not about what crypto are the best, what are the top cryptos or whatever, right? Those are for people that are just trying to sell you hopium, right? Pendle's another great one. Cake is another great one. Lido, Aave. It's all about your entry, and it's all about your game plan with that entry and where you plan on taking it and taking profits on the way up, and how to manage the trade, how to enter with leverage, but not a lot of leverage where you're going to get wrecked, right? Just enough to get you on those big gains. So really appreciate everybody joining in here. It's all about the analysis, guys. It's all about the game plan. And if you don't have one going into this last rally here, you are going to be left holding the bag. Promise me. I promise you that you are going to be left holding the bag, because I've been you before, right? It happened to me in 2017. It happened to me in 2021. Right? Lots of bags being left held because I wasn't analyzing charts. I was going based off hope. I was going based off FOMO, hype, right? What everyone else was saying online. I wasn't going based off charts and data. Once I flipped over to charting and only focusing on data on these different assets, it's when I've been able to exponentially make cash flow, make money in real time, not just in my spot bags have been doing great because I've been in the space for over 10 years, but I have been not able to create cash flow until I was able to get into swing trading, day trading, and analyzing these charts, when to get in, when to get out, and be able to provide those bills, where now I do this full time. This is how I pay all my bills. This is how I provide for my family, by day trading. This is what cash flows me and pays for all my bills. And this is the only way to find financial freedom, right? The freedom to work anywhere in the world at any time in the day, and make money being my own boss. That is what crypto trading has done for me. And if you guys want to be part of that, right, it will take dedication. It will take blood, sweat, and tears, right? It will take a lot of hard work. But if you're willing to put in the work, you could also achieve it. So last 12 hours to get in 25% off with the code October and lock in at $3 a day rate. If not, tomorrow the rate will be $149 and you will not get a 25% off, guys. Like always, I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains. If you have any questions, make sure you send them into my DMs. I will always reply to you, but I will never DM you first. So if you're getting DMs from me, whether it's on Discord or anywhere else, it's a scam because I will never DM you unless you DM me. So guys, I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains, and I'll see you in the Crypto Citadel. See ya.